Hi everyone, Kaye Sowder here, Ambassador Diamond with It Works Global. I want to welcome all of you to the team. I am so excited that you're here, that you've joined us, and that you're ready to change your life. And I could not think of a better group to be here today with to talk to you about some of the getting started tips that we have for you to launch your business effectively so that you complete your steps to success, so that you launch your business with a wrap party, so that you get your 4 customers, so you know how to blitz, and so you know how to be as effective as possible in completing those steps so that you earn your Ruby bonus. So I am so excited. I have Michelle Smith here today, Diamond Leader on our team. I have Rachel Gershowitz, Presidential Diamond on our team, and I have Double Diamond Jennifer Jobson as well. And so what we're going to do is we're going to walk you through the steps. So step 1 is you've already joined. Hopefully you've already logged into your eSuite, eSuite.itworks.com, and you filled out your tax form. So you have to just fill that quickly out so that you're commission qualified, earn your commissions, and then we're going to go through and we're going to walk you through how to get your first 4 loyal customers and your first 3 distributors. So hopefully you've logged into your eSuite, you're familiar with that. There's also a training academy in there with other videos, amazing tips. Commissions are all back there. You can have support tickets with customer service. Everything you need is back there. It's like your secretary, but your job is the work. Your job is your customers and your distributors. So Rachel, you're here to help walk us through some steps on getting your first 4 loyal customers so everyone earns their $120 in free product. So Rachel, you know, you've been a part of It Works now for a couple of years. You are strong in this segment. You know exactly what to do. You've got some great scripts. So what are your tips on everyone getting their first 4 loyal customers so they earn their $120 in free product?
Well, the first thing is I would say don't wait until your kit comes in. You do not need any products to get your first 4 loyal customers. You know, you have a website and it's active from the minute you sign up. And so you want to just go back there and you don't even need to log in. You can actually just click on shop because that's what your friends are going to do. And you're going to start clicking around on all the pictures. You can do it by words. You can do it by photos. And you're going to click around and you're going to either keep a notebook or you can get those little sticky notes. And you're going to start jotting down names of all the people that you think of as you're going through all of the products. And this is going to make it really easy to find your first 4 loyal customers, because as you have those names jotted down, you're going to call Aunt Sally, because when you were going through the greens and looking at the ingredients and the FAQs, you thought of her and you know that she's into healthy things. So you pick up the phone and you have your greens right on your computer. So you say, hey, Aunt Sally, I'm so excited. I just started this business. And oh my goodness, they have this product called greens and I thought of you. And let me read to you some of the bullet points about this product. Would you be interested in being a product tester and trying this for 3 months at wholesale? And so by doing that, you're going to be able to find your 4 minimum, but you'll probably be able to find more than that.
Because Rachel, what is a loyal customer? A loyal customer is someone who is earning up to 40% off of all of our products. All they have to do is agree to buy at least an item a month for 3 months in a row. So for example, a box of wraps is $99 retail. They can receive this product for $59 through our loyal customer program, and we give them points towards free product. So for every dollar they order, they get 10% back, and those points accumulate. So if they have 35 points, they have 35 shopping dollars. They also have access to free shipping if they spend over $125. After 3 months on auto shipment, they get free shipping on anything, even if it's Fat Fighter for $23. And we have an ability for them to access their share link, which is a referral program, so they can get free product for referring to new paying customers who become loyal customers. So we're very heavily customer driven in this company. And that's one thing that I love about It Works is we have a very strong customer base, which is job security. I mean, that's residual income flowing through your business every single month. And in your first month, your goal is these first 4 customers. And so I truly believe, I know this, and you all will hear me say this till I'm blue in the face, but you can get to Ruby. You can complete your steps to success based on the people that you already know. They're already in your cell phone. They're already on your Facebook account. They're already on your Instagram account. These are people you went to high school with, college with, maybe met last week out to cocktails with your best girlfriend. These are people you already know. And Rachel, we know this to be true. So our job is to send them a message and have that 5 seconds of courage enough to ask them if they've heard of It Works before, if they've heard of these products before, because we truly feel like they deserve to know about it. These products are amazing and no one has the wrap. We're completely unique because of our Ultimate Body Applicator. So Rachel, we encourage them to make their hundreds list. So writing those names down. So talk a little bit about the hundreds list and the importance of that.
Well, your hundreds list just kind of gets you started. It gets it right on out of your mind and onto paper. And then we have something called the memory jogger. So this is something too, if you start jotting down names and you feel like you're running out, you can take out the memory jogger, which is located under your documents file in your back office. And it just helps you. You have kids possibly in gymnastics, so you have gymnastics moms. You have baseball, so you have baseball moms. Like you said, old high school friends. If you were in sports, you have old sports friends. You have family members that are local, that are long distance. It's amazing. I mean, if you've ever planned a wedding, right, you know that sometimes you're trying to keep your list down and it just keeps growing and growing and growing. We want to create this list without prejudging. You don't want to say, okay, I don't want to write down, Aunt Mary's name because she'd never buy anything or she'd never be interested. You want to write your names down without prejudging. If a name pops into your head, you want to write it down. And then what I like to do, especially with a new person and even for myself daily, is I keep a notebook in my purse because you're driving down the road, you go to Publix, you run into an old friend, you forgot to write them on your list. You can get in the car, you can jot them down and continue to grow your list. So basically it's your warm market, people that you already know.
It is. And as you go along, I encourage you all, as you will continue to meet new people, you continue to add to this list. This list never stops growing. But for now, you just joined. You have plenty of people already in your warm market. You just have to be bold enough to talk to them about it. And Jen, you're going to talk about this, but you're not going to feel very comfortable at first. So it's just getting out of your comfort zone, and accomplishing this step is huge. You're now qualified to earn your bonuses by getting your first 4 loyal customers. You also have the ability now to you have 2 wrap rewards because you have 4 loyal customers, which means you can purchase 2 boxes of wraps for $25 and shipping is included. So you can turn around and sell those 8 wraps and you're going to make $150 cash profit on just selling those 8 wraps that you redeemed through your 2 wrap rewards that you just earned. And you have $120 in free products. So we're going to talk a little bit about wrap parties today. That's another great way to either get some products to use yourself or to have to sample and demo at your parties. So we love that. So Rachel, once they complete step 2, now their objective is to start that path to going Ruby. And they need first 3 distributors to start on that path. So we want to talk about those first 3 people. And we also know everybody knows at least 3 people who can use an extra $300 to $500 a month, because that's why most people join this type of business, is to earn that extra income to really help pay down that debt, pay off that car, have some extra money at the end of the month for some extra cushion money like groceries, gas, maybe just a pair of shoes you haven't bought in 6 months because you just haven't had the ability to do that, or a family vacation. So Rachel, what are some of your tips on them completing step 3 and getting those first 3 distributors on board?
Well, it really all comes back to that hundreds list. So another thing that you can do with that list is after you started jotting down names, you can get 2 different colored highlighters. So you can have a green highlighter for people that you think of that may need a couple extra dollars at the end of the month, or maybe people that are ambitious or people that you really like to be around. These are the people that you want on your team. Maybe the yellow highlighter for people that you know we just love products, right? And so you're just going down that list and you're taking that green highlighter, and those are the people you pick who you work with. And that's what I love about this business so much, is that we want to work with the people that are fun, the people that are ambitious, the people that are driven, but even the people that just want to maybe stay home with their kids and they need an extra couple $100.
I'll interrupt you because on my end, I had a little hiccup and I don't know what it was. So what you just said, I want you to repeat. So I don't know if it got recorded in here.
Uh-oh. Did I freeze or something?
You're all nodding, and I couldn't hear you. So let's do that one part over, and then we'll come back to it.
Ask me the question again. Okay, so basically the hundreds list. Did you get that part, or should I start from the beginning?
The two colors, the highlighted, the green people who want
to. Okay, all right. So the hundreds list. Let's go back to that for a minute. So you've already written down maybe 25 names at this point, maybe more, maybe a little bit less. And you can have two different colored highlighters. You can have a green one for people that want to make some money, or people that you really enjoy being around, people that you know really are good at connecting with people, people that you've heard maybe they need to make an extra couple $100 a month to be able to stay home with their kids, whatever the case may be, right? A yellow highlighter for people that you know just love awesome products, right? So you can kind of just go down that list and just, all the green people, the ones that you highlighted, those are the people that you're going to attack first. And then, Kay, I know we're going to talk about this a little bit later, but we have scripts to help you with that.
Yeah. Some of the scripts, let's go through a couple together, because when people get started, I think that a lot of you right now, you're probably wondering, well, what do I say? What do I post on social media? And Michelle's going to talk about that. But what do I say right away to these people who are asking these questions? And so, Rachel, it's one of my favorites is just really just letting them know that I think that they would be amazing at this, and complimenting them and saying, Rachel, you're so fun. I can't get you off my mind. You're hardworking, you're driven, you're social. I know how much you love these products already, and I think that you would be amazing at It Works. Or, Rachel, I can't get you off my mind. You're fun, you're driven, you're social, you're hardworking. I don't know if you've been seeing my posts on social media or not, but I think that you would be amazing at what I'm doing. Have you heard of It Works before? And so these are some of my favorite ways to just start through that hundreds list. Again, these are people you all already know. You can pick out a few things about them that you love and appreciate, and that's what you're going to use to compliment them. But these are real things. This isn't made up. You really want them on your team. It's not false. This is real. So this is genuine. So Rachel, what are a couple of the others that you really like when you're prospecting for distributors?
As far as scripts, one of the things that I really like to teach my new people, just reconnect with old friends and family members. Maybe just reach out, send them a text and say, coffee? Or it's been a while since we spoke. My little Yorkie's barking. I'm so sorry. Who knows what's happening around here? But, just connecting with old friends and family members, because maybe before this, you were just in a routine of taking care of the kids and taking them places, and maybe you haven't really been social in a little while. So maybe as you're going through your list, just reaching out to old friends and family members and booking coffee appointments or lunch appointments, because at that point you're going to be sharing what you're doing and what's new for you, and then it makes it very natural.
And asking, hey, can I give you a phone call? Can I call you and catch up for 15 minutes and just see how your life is doing? I just connected with a girlfriend from college I just haven't talked to in years. Can I call you? And it's so nice to start that flow again. And you know what? Hey, I think she would rock at this business. And now it's getting to know her, reestablishing that relationship, and then saying, hey, I think you'd be really amazing at this. You're a new mom now. I know how much it's important. Family's important to you. You're spending time with your baby. And I want to help you be able to do that. Would you be open to looking at what I do? I think that you would rock this. And going from that perspective. And so I encourage all of you to go. First, you have to make this list, because you can't just have it up here. It doesn't work like that. You've got to have it on paper. You've got to be able to mark off, send a text message, email, called, talk for 15 minutes, just did party pad presentation with them, or she said she was joining on Friday, so follow up on Friday at payday, and go from that perspective. So you've got it on paper and you've got everything tracked and marked for your follow-up. And that's so huge. And so once you've done this, you've really done your work. I mean, Rachel, this is where you've accomplished this aspect of it. And now follow-up is so key. So do you have a few just quick follow-up tips in regards to, you've already contacted your list and you've gone through all of them?
Okay, so you've gone through your list. And maybe people, I hope you're keeping a very good log, just get a spiral notebook and just as you're calling people, kind of jot down some notes on what they told you. Maybe they don't have the money right now. Maybe they're not ready, or maybe they said next week, whatever the case may be. And so I always like to pick one day a week. Follow-up Fridays really works well. Every Friday, kind of go through that list of who you spoke to during the week, and maybe just touch base with them over a quick, short text. Hey, listen, Lisa, I know we spoke on Monday. You said that you might be interested in trying the greens. Would you be ready to start this week? Or can I call you later on this afternoon to talk about it? Just really following up. They always say the fortune is in the follow-up. So you want to make sure you do that.
Hey, I'm placing orders today.
That's right.
Love that.
And get you in the system today so we don't wait any longer. I love
that's right.
Urgency too. And that's people like, oh yeah, sure, or try me again tomorrow. I'm busy today, I'm at work today, or try me again tomorrow. And I love asking that question of, would you like me to place your order for you? Or would you like to go online and place it yourself? Would you like to go online and enroll? Or would you like me to get your information and put it in for you? And really work with them so you have that sense of urgency in getting their information as well.
That's right. And you can also even say anybody who places orders this week or by today at 3:00, they go into a drawing for a free product. So I just wanted to make sure I got you in for that.
Yeah, awesome. Great tips. All right, Jen. So we have completed our steps. Step 1 is join. Step 2 is your free product for your 120 and free product. Step 3 is go Ruby. And so right away, the most important thing is you are getting these steps accomplished, and then you're going to take off and you're going to launch your business with a wrap party. You're going to learn some blitzing strategies. You're going to learn social media. So Jen, from your perspective and what we just talked about, what are some of the tip-top most important things that they do to continue on this process of completing their steps, but really launching their business and getting that kickstart and getting that volume in?
Yes, volume is important. And, I think first of all, welcome to the team. I mean, it's awesome that you made this choice. And, when you get started, it's going to feel a little awkward talking to people, and confidence does come by doing. And so you just begin to really ask people. I mean, one of the important things is to get a launch party, a launch event, whatever you want to call it, started as soon as possible. Ideally, you want to have a launch party within your first 7 to 10 days of enrollment. And after that, I would have another one, and I would have another one, because here's what's going to happen. You're going to make that list, whether it's a hundreds list or something on a spiral notebook, and you're going to think of everybody that you know, and you're going to write them down, and you're going to invite people. And here's the stats. About 1 to 2% of people will actually show up. So you want to have at least probably 20 people on your list. Don't think I'm going to invite 3 and 3 say yes and 3 actually come. That really doesn't always happen that way. So you want to think above and beyond the number that you want. An average wrap party or average, product event is around 3 to 5 people. So my recommendation is to go sit down and make a list of about 20 people. Don't prejudge them, like Rachel said, and you just need to go in for the ask. You need to let them know that you started with this business and you would really appreciate their support, and let them know about their event. You can have it during the week. You can have it on the weekend. And a couple little fun tips that I love doing is the fact of having 3 back-to-back parties scheduled. Because here's what's going to happen. You're going to have your friends say they're going to come, and some will, some won't, some will late cancel. That is just the reality of it. And it's okay. You know that that's going to happen. And so what you can do is say, you know what, we'll miss you tonight, but guess what? I've got another one Thursday. You want to come to that one? And it kind of perpetuates, because they recognize the fact that you, number one, are for real about this business, that you have a plan set in place, and they better come to one of these, because you're going to keep inviting them until they do. So when you have those launch parties, just sit down with your enroller and schedule like 3 dates that they can help participate in. And in any way, shape, or form, and get it on the book. So that's number one. Be very action driven, because like Kaye said, you really want to get your business started with great momentum. I want you to think of yourself being in an airplane, and when an airplane is going to take off, it needs 100% throttle. You don't want to be on an airplane that's at 50%. You don't even want to be on an airplane that's at 90%. An airplane needs 100% to be able to take off into the air, and so do you. So these launch parties go hand in hand with making that hundreds list. It's all action-driven activities that are going to get your business started. So at that launch event, the day before, you want to make sure that you have all your stuff set up and just have fun at your launch party. At your launch party, you're going to get loyal customers for sure. You're going to get distributors, possibly because of our party pad. I love our party pad, Kaye. It guides you through our products. It guides you through the business opportunity, and you need to tell the story of both. Don't be shy about telling people about the business opportunity. It's really important because you could be changing somebody's life. So, definitely get these parties on the books. And know that you want to do it right. You want to do it well. So a quick tip, too, for you is to make sure that the day before you send those that you've invited a little message that says, hey, don't forget about my party tomorrow night at 7:30. Always put that little date in there. I'm so excited for you to try these products. Really let your excitement radiate. And then the day of the party, I would recommend sending out a little quick text again that just says, so excited to see you tonight. Start drinking your water if you're going to wrap. And those are really fun little things to get your business started.
And it's trash day in the neighborhood. I'm sitting
You want me to keep talking so they don't hear that background?
No, fine. What I'll ask, I'll wait for it to kind of pass. Jen, what you can do is, I love your tip, me, we, you.
Oh, yes.
A little bit.
Okay, so Me We You is a great system because, and it works. One of the things that really attracted me to this company was the layered leadership. Like when I got a chance to work with Kaye and I realized that she really did care about me, she cared about my business, like that changed the game for me. And I want you to know that your enroller does care for you. So they want to help you. So be open to allowing your business builder or your business upline to be able to help you. And so what we do at these parties is we have those launch 1, launch 2, launch 3. And the first one is called Me. As your enroller, I would do it for you, okay? And that way you could be taking notes, you could be observing. Number 2, launch 2 is We. And that is where I would say, do you want to do the product portion or do you want to do the business portion? And I'll fill in the gaps wherever there might be. And that way we're coaching you, we're training you on how to do a successful party. And then the third launch is called You. And it is all about you managing your party and me being there to be able to kind of coach, plug in, fill in, and kind of keep things flowing. And by that third party, you are golden. You are ready to go. So that is the Me, We, You.
Okay, I love this. And Jen, you know what? We had the same experience when you first got started with It Works. And
Yes.
And then you become independent and you then take your team and you do the same thing. So most of you watching are thinking, well, my upline doesn't live in my area. We realize that your upline, your downline, your sideline, most of your organization is not in your backyard. We know that. So Jen, how can they still accomplish this same goal, this same objective, but out of town?
Well, they definitely can do what we're doing right here, is they can do a Zoom. They can definitely do a Zoom. God love the technology that we have. You could FaceTime people in. There are so many fun, exciting ways, and this has even changed since I got started. We didn't have Zoom like this 3 years ago. So yeah, exactly. So, through Zoom, it's a free app. It's, that's how if you don't know how we're recording this, it's a free thing called Zoom. And you can download it on any of your devices. You could use it on your desktop. You just go to their website and you connect with your leader through that. And there are so many fun, successful parties where the leader is actually, holding the stuff up and presenting the product, and people are watching it. So really, even if your leader is not in your backyard, there are still ways for you to even, kind of go over that hurdle. It's so, so easy.
My first wrap party I did by myself. I invited a friend to come and help me that I felt comfortable around. This girl, we used to work together, so we had already worked together in the past. Now I just said, can you come and help me with this launch event that I'm going to do? And she came, and I felt so comfortable because she was there, but I also had asked one of my best friends to host for me in college, and she invited her sorority sisters over. And so I felt comfortable, it was fun, and I just brought the products that I knew and loved. I had Confianza, the greens, the wraps, defining gel, the Fat Fighter, and I was able to let them sample the greens, and I did the Fat Fighter demo, and they were able to try those products. And I loved that because it was just so simple, but I had my friend there to help, who ended up joining my business and becoming a huge aspect of our team. And so that was successful for me. So even if you don't have someone in your area, invite a friend to come along, or invite that person, like Rachel said, that you just feel like would just be so absolutely amazing at it works. Invite them to come and help you. And then as a result, they can end up joining your team as either a distributor or a customer. So that's another really, really kickstart. Any last tips on that, Jen?
Yeah, absolutely. Go into your eSuite, guys, and your document library has everything that you need. And then we have the It Works University. I think that is so tremendous. It will teach you, like Rachel was saying, about the products. It will walk you through the information that you'll need for your party pad, and just keep it simple and have fun. You do have all the tools, and I have had distributors who we haven't done any Zoom session with who could go right on YouTube and watch live parties that have been recorded. And you can just kind of begin to see your style. Everybody does it a little bit different. The main thing is stick to your party pad, and in that, you're going to have that in your business builder kit. So you've got that, and then you just go into your document library and go and print out your party pad notes. Read over them a couple of times. Read them in front of a mirror if you want to. Just get really comfortable in your skin doing it, and just do you. Just have fun and do you. You've got all the tools that you need.
Here's the trash again. Most importantly, I think what you guys need to realize is when you're doing this party, it's really just you sharing your story, why you joined, your love for the product. Even if you don't know the products that well yet, you're not going to. If you don't have a lot of familiarity with them. Some of you joined and you've never wrapped before, but you can share other stories. You can share what you see on social media. You can share what you've heard. You can share what you know, and share from that perspective, because really people fall in love with stories. Be a great storyteller and share why you joined the business and why you're passionate about it, and ask around the room. Can you appreciate an extra $500 a month? What would that do for you? And be interactive with your crowd. So any last tips, Jen, on the party?
I love what you said. That was a great tip that you said about share other people's stories. Because I remember, Kay, when I first got started, I mean, of course, when you first get started, you don't have your story yet. And maybe you have started without even wrapping. But again, because of the love of social media, you have tons of great pictures. Go to your eSuite again. You can get great before and after pictures, and you leverage your enroller story or somebody that you know. I don't have a copy of it or I hold it up, but the Wrap magazine that you got in your business builder kit, take 5 minutes and go through and read some of the stories. And I remember that was a tip that you told me one time, Kay, because you know what? You're going to read a story about a nurse. You're going to read a story about a teacher. You're going to read a story about the girl that went to college and started her senior year. You're going to read so many different stories, and you're going to think, I know a nurse. I know somebody in college. And this is going to help you to say, you know what? You're a nurse, and I know this story of this girl who is successful, and I think you would be awesome at this. So leverage, because I used your story, Kay, a lot when I first got started, because it was the only success story that I knew until I had my breaking point. So that's a good last minute tip. Get into that Wrap magazine when you do get your business builder kit. and get into your E-suite, go to your university and get that training done.
Awesome tips, Jen. Thank you so much. And so I think this leaves you all wondering, okay, I've got social media. We all have Facebook. We have Instagram. We've got Twitter. We've got different social platforms. I want to and I should let my friends know that I've got this product. I've started this business, but you're going, well, what do I do first? And so I have Michelle on today. Michelle's a diamond leader on our team. She started her business working about 120 hours in her past career. And so It Works came into her life so she could have replacement income, but she had to work up to that. So Michelle, your only way to build your business was really social media, because you could give yourself time in between everything you were already doing. Even though you were exhausted, you still made it work, and it's clearly worked for you. So amazing, powerful story. So Michelle, what are your first tips? They've just gotten started. They're launching their business. What do they do on social media, and how do they start building that fan base on social media and using it existing for who they already know?
Excellent questions. So the first thing I would say is you are going to have auto ship set up. As Kay went over, that's one of the first steps, is to set your auto ship. So pick a few things that you're excited to try and that you're even more excited to share with your social media outlet. So for example, we have a great package, the system. If you got started on the system, not only are you commission qualified, but you can start to show your transformation. And people want to see that. People love to see you achieving your goals because you give them hope. So provoke feelings in people. Show them that not only are you a product of these products, but that they can get these results if they use these products as well. So being a product of the product is the first thing. Capturing it in photos and sharing that on social media is really important. If you have a closed mouth, which means you're not posting about it, you have a closed business. And a closed business isn't going to make you money. So you want to open your mouth, you want to share this with people, and you want to do it in a way that they can feel your excitement. You don't want to come off as a spammy person. Nobody wants to feel like they have a car salesman in their living room, right? You want to feel like, wow, I don't even know what Michelle's doing, but I want some of that because she's super excited. And did you see her pictures? It's really working for her. So being a product is definitely my first tip there. And then you want to have an audience of people. So build on what you have. If you have 20 friends on Facebook or Instagram, that's great. Now you want to grow that. The more people you have seeing your posts, the better. It is a numbers game. And so I'm going to encourage you to start following people, start building relationships with people. And you may ask, well, who should I follow? Well, who would you like to be friends with? I mean, for myself personally, I love hiking. So I'm going to, add myself to some hiking groups, and I'm going to find people who like hiking and start following them. The cool thing about Instagram is people follow you back. So the more people you follow, the more people that are going to follow you back. And remember, it's going to take some time. So don't feel like when you just set up an Instagram or you just get started in your first month that you're going to have tons and tons and tons of leads, because it does take some time. So I personally noticed a big difference in my business once I hit about 5,000 followers. And so just start following as often as you can. I know a lot of us, we take our phones with us anywhere we are. And when we're standing in line at the bank, we have our phone. When we're waiting to pick up the kids at school, we have our phone. So use this. You have it with you all the time anyways. Might as well use it to make some money. I tell people who start, cancel all of your Candy Crush games and things like that, because those aren't going to make you money. But this game called Building an It Works Empire is real, and it actually will make you money. So after you've started following people and they're following you back, you want to start engaging with them. So if you see a post that they do, maybe they post a picture of their new baby, talk to them about their new baby. Oh my gosh, he's gorgeous. What's his name? Start building that relationship, but be genuine with people. And, obviously someone who's just had a baby is going to probably be interested in getting rid of stretch marks if they got them. Or perhaps maybe they want to tighten up that skin again. We have the perfect products for that. So I like to say I am not a salesperson, I'm a shares person, and I want to share things with people that can help them. That may be our product that can help them. It may be the business. And I think my case, it was definitely both the products and the business that was able to help me. So it would be a shame not to share that with people. Don't be afraid of the no's. Be afraid that you kept something that could have changed their life. That's what you should be afraid of.
So Michelle,
yeah.
they've just launched. They're going to start that process, because I agree. I think it's a tremendous platform to meet new people. As a new mom myself, my passion is connecting with other moms and showing them how they can be at home with their babies, or how they can make that extra income, which allows that time freedom to spend with their children. That's my passion. So I connect with a lot of new moms, a lot of moms on Instagram, on Facebook, through Facebook groups, and etc. But also, you just launched. You need to let everybody know that you just launched. So, so what's the best way that they can do that first and foremost, so they can start generating some attention, attract onto their pages? What's your tip for that too?
I think you need to share your excitement in a post. Say something along the lines of, I am so excited, I can't contain myself. I just started my own business, you guys, and we are going to achieve friendship, fun, and freedom. Who's coming with me, because I'm about to make $1 million? You know, share your excitement, talk about where you're going, and they would be crazy not to ask you, what business are you doing? I like to leave people wanting a little bit more. So instead of telling them a mouthful of information, drip and zip is what I say. So drip a little bit of information with excitement, and then zip it. Let them have to ask you a question so that you can also engage them a little bit. So that's something I definitely would encourage. I also love, Kay, the 3-3 rule, which I know Jade Hooper also shares. And what that is it's 3 before and after posts a day, and then 3 lifestyle posts a day. And when you do these before and afters, make sure that it's not always just wraps and it's not always just bellies. Because there are some people who maybe won't be interested in that, but they've been wanting to grow their hair forever. So showing that before and after of a hair, skin, nails picture might just grab someone's attention. I get a lot of compliments on my lips, and the other day I posted, everyone's wanting to know what my lip secret is, and okay, I'm gonna spill it, in the comment section. And so I show a picture of lip and eye cream. And people will ask, where can I get that? What is that? How does that even work? And so I love being a product of the product, showing 3 before and after photos a day. And now let's talk about some lifestyle posts. So lifestyle posts are you showing what this business is doing for you. And it doesn't have to be a huge thing. It doesn't have to be you on your private jet. It can be you in the morning snuggling up with your baby saying, I'm so glad that It Works came into my life, because in the past I had to drop him off at daycare. In the present, I get to cuddle in the morning with him. And in the future, we're going to go to Disney World. So sharing a lifestyle post that includes maybe a past, present, future format is really going to engage people. And you'd be surprised how something so small can really get someone interested. I posted that in the past, I wasn't able to put gas in my truck. Trucks cost a lot of money to run, so I wasn't able to afford gas. But thanks to It Works, I now can fill up my tank, and I'm even considering buying a new vehicle in the future this year. Well, someone saw that, and they said, I take the bus to work every day. What are you doing? So you see, that provoked thought in them. And it didn't have to be that I was saying that I had accomplished being in the Millionaires Club. I was filling up my gas tank. Mm-hmm. That's changing lives. The average family who lost their home, due to foreclosure was because they were behind $300 to $500 a month. Yeah. They don't need to sign this because they want to make $10,000 a month, although no one would turn that down. They're really wanting that extra $300 to $500 a month, and we can do that for them. So it's showing them that. Another post example that for me was a game changer was I didn't join It Works for financial freedom. I joined for time freedom. And so for me, it was about showing that I don't have to work night shifts anymore. Well, it just so happened I had a bunch of friends who were working night shifts, and when they saw that I was able to remove myself from the vigorous night shift game, they wanted in on that. So share the different elements of what this business is doing for you, and don't feel like you're bragging. You are actually giving people the opportunity to see what this company can do for them.
Yeah.
Oh, girls, I'm aha moment after aha moment. I think it's so important, and for all of you that are just getting started, this is huge because, you might hear us say, fake it till you make it, or that kind of thing, but you're thinking, well, my sponsor, she's a diamond leader, or she's a presidential, or she's a double, or she's in the millionaires club, and I don't have that experience yet. I want to be attractive to that person I'm prospecting to, or that stranger I'm becoming, warm with. And so we want to encourage you to use these tips because your story matters. Why you joined matters. You're here because you are truly here to change your life, physically, financially. You're here to make big leaps and bounds, and your story does matter. So share your story. Share it from your heart, because that's where you are. It's not attractive to be fake. It's not attractive to be so afraid to post something that you ultimately don't, which keeps you from connecting with that person who says, I take the bus to work every day. You have something on your hands here that matters, that makes a difference. You have the product, you have the business opportunity. So give yourself those 5 seconds of courage to make that post, to reach out to that person, to tell someone that you really, truly think that they would be amazing at this and you want them on your team. Whether you just got started today or you've been in the business for a while, your story matters, and it's going to evolve, and it's going to change, and it's going to progress. And then you're going to say, when I first joined this business, my goal was to make $500 a month, and now I'm taking my family on a dream vacation to Disney World or a dream cruise, and I could have never imagined my life being like this thanks to It Works. You will continue to accomplish huge goals in this by giving yourself this time and this flexibility to do these things, because these are the things that matter the most. And so we want you to learn stories. We want you to continue to plug in. We want you to have stories to relate to people. And I know that one of the best ways to do that, Jen mentioned reading the Wrap magazine, but plug into our conference calls.
Yes.
Plug into It Works. Get to an event. I truly feel like, I know I joined. Obviously I grew up with the company, but I joined because I heard those stories. I heard that person's life being changed physically, financially. I saw that they were paying down debt. And so for me, I thought, if they can do it, I can do it. I could do this for my life. I could make some extra income and not, be a broke college graduate. I can do this. And so it mattered to me. So going to events changed my perspective. And it allowed me to relate to someone where I might have felt a little insecure in the beginning. I was 21 years old and I was feeling a little insecure. Am I too young? Are people going to believe in me? Are they going to believe my story? Then I had stories to relate to other people. And so events are huge. So I encourage you to go to events.itworks.com and look for events in your areas, like an It Works University event, which is a one-day amazing training, a one team, one mission where you can bring guests. Or if you have a best friend in Michigan and you live in Virginia, but your best friend lives in Michigan and there's a one team, one mission, send her there. Send her to that event to go learn more and hear from local leaders and hear those stories. So there's an amazing opportunity for you to plug in. And of course, to the team. Get to know your sideline, your upline, your downline, get to know the stories. So I'd love to hear, let's go through again. And Rachel, why don't you give one more tip to everyone on getting started, anything that's just on your heart that I forgot to say this or what have you.
Okay. Yeah. Kind of what we've been talking about during this whole Zoom is, you just really have to build your belief. And in the beginning, like Jennifer said, it's going to feel super awkward. You're definitely going to be stepping out of your comfort zone and doing something that you've never done before. So just, you have to be comfortable, being uncomfortable. But one of the things that you can do throughout the process is just really work hard on building your belief. There's 4 different areas. You have to build your belief in the products. You're not going to be able to try everything at once, but you want to slowly build upon that. Start with a few products. Next month, add a couple of more, kind of change what you're using in your household with your skincare and your vitamins and that kind of thing. But the more you're on, the more you're going to be able to talk about, because you really are going to fall in love with everything. And then you want to build your belief in a company. And by doing that, just like Kaye said, going to these events is just going to change everything for you. You're going to see people that have been successful, people just like you, and you're going to know that you can. But also from your very own home, you can kind of check into the company by getting on the Sunday night corporate call and hearing from our CEO and Pam Sowder and Mike Patillo. And then also on Monday, you're going to be able to hear stories of people just like you that have been successful and that are promoting throughout the ranks, triple diamonds, presidentials, ambassadors, hearing their story, hearing about their family every night, Monday night at 9 o'clock Eastern. And then building your belief in the industry. There's a book called Your First Year of Network Marketing, and it's by a author named Mark Yarnell. Now, this is going to kind of tell you everything that is going to happen throughout your journey. So you're going to know that everything you're experiencing is just normal. And I love it. It's just an easy read. It's just a must read, especially if you've never done anything like this before. And then you're going to build your belief in yourself. And the only way to do that is by just practicing every single day what these women have shared with you today.
Oh, I love it. I'm taking notes. Thank you so much.
Me too.
Thanks for being on. I love the book on the tip on the book. It's an incredible book. So definitely read that. So thanks so much.
You're welcome.
Okay, Miss Jen Jobson, anything else?
I do. I want to piggyback off of what you said too about the corporate events. I want to tell you my story. When I first got started in It Works, I knew that I needed to go to conference. And I remember I was 2 weeks in, and my husband thought, "Why you just joined this company? Are you crazy? Why are you flying off to Florida to go to this conference?" But I knew that I had to go. And I went and I heard all these incredible stories, and it's exactly ping-ponging off what Rachel said. My belief system catapulted when I went to conference, because I saw that these were real people making real money and real lives are changing, and these products really, really work. And for me, I truly believe that is what helped me to get to Diamond in 90 days. Because when I enrolled, I really was excited, but when I went to conference, I plugged myself into a corporate event, I was on fire. So I think that is something that, again, one team, one mission. There's just really kind of no excuse not to get plugged in, because our company loves on us so much that they offer so many opportunities for us to stay plugged into each other. And then the big thing too, guys, is, you just got started. Don't quit. Don't quit on yourself. Don't quit on your family. Know that this is a journey, and that your journey is different, that you are special, that you are created in the image of God, and that, you are so important to your Heavenly Father, that He sculpted you just exactly the way you are. So don't try to compare yourself to other people, and don't give up on yourself, because that's the only way you're going to fail, honestly, is if you quit. I mean, any other way, you're just going to keep growing in your business. So don't quit.
Awesome. Jen, thank you so much. All right, Miss Michelle, you go, girl.
Okay, so other people are going to give you their opinions, and you may not even ask for them. And I just want to remind you that their opinions don't pay your bills. So don't let anyone's opinions get through your head. It's funny, because the people who told me you're crazy are on my team now, and they watched me for 3 years and then joined. So just politely nod and say I appreciate your opinion, and then go about your business again. So don't let that stop you. Remember your why when things get tricky. Go back to why you joined this business, and let that be the reason that you stay inspired and motivated. And then lastly, keep your post positive. Everybody will want to be part of what you're doing as long as you stay positive. If you're having a bad day, call your friend. Don't share that on your Instagram or your Facebook. That's not appropriate. Just keep it positive, and as everyone else has said, stay connected. Now, you've gotten a lot of information, but don't feel like you have to know everything to get started. You can earn money as you learn with this business, which is just another great perk with It Works.
You all will learn as you go. I've got 7 years of experience now, and I still learn every day, because we evolve. Now we have social media. We didn't have that when I first started. It's just an evolutionary process. But what I want you to know is that everything, you've got everything you already need to get to Ruby. You've already got all the people, you already know them. Use the tips that we gave you today and get there and utilize. They mentioned it today, your upline. We're here to support you. We're here to guide you. We're here to answer a question when you don't know it, and you're going to learn as you go. So we want to celebrate you every step of the way, and we know you're going to go Ruby and beyond. But thanks so much for joining us today, and we hope these tips absolutely help you explode your business. So girls, thanks for being with me. We appreciate you. Bye, everybody. Thanks for joining us.